Hello. We'd like to welcome everybody out today as Rocky Mountain hosts Burlington. We've got about a minute 30 left before the start of the game. For those of you just tuning in, a couple games took place earlier today. Burlington so far has come out on top with both JV games and the varsity girls.
Looks like we're getting ready for the announcements or the starting lineups. They're announcing the Booster Club raffle. I saw a really nice blanket out there they had going. I believe there's some other things that they're selling, raising some money for that Booster Club.
They were saying earlier it makes a nice Christmas present that time of year. So if you're here and are interested, or if you're not here, I should say, and you're interested, come on down and buy some raffle tickets.
$1 a ticket to support these guys, and a nice looking blanket.
I also see they're selling t-shirts and hats out in the lobby tonight.
They are. I look around the crowd, you can see several of the Rocky sweatshirts, and well, we're gonna take a brief time out here for our national anthem.
They're going to start the national anthem. It's going to be sung by the girls choir tonight, so we're going to let you listen.
We're back now, getting our headsets adjusted again. Very nice rendition of the Star Spangled Banner.
I think Miss Olson does a good job with
great job. Some great talent out there. Those girls are.
They're announcing who they recognize for our Booster Club, and I didn't hear them. Oh.
I believe they announced
They're running
us.
up. I think they announced us, and it's a nice honor. Thank you very much. We do enjoy coming out and supporting the youth every week. So, but start out with here tonight, starting for Burlington.
Thanks, guys. Carlos, appreciate it. Good luck out there, guys.
Good luck. Thank you. For Burlington, number 1, Spencer Flores. Number 3, Paul Christiansen. Number 5, Eric McNiven. Number 14, Joseph Davidson. And number 0, Todd Davidson.
Those two gentlemen that just delivered us our t-shirts just got back in time for the lineups.
I hope we didn't wind them before the start of the game.
Very kind of. Now here come our starters for the Grizzlies.
And here they are. Starting for our Rocky Mountain Grizzlies are number 31, Lane Freely. Number 23, Adam Alvarado. Number 32, excuse me, they said 22, Corey Hawker. Here we go, number 32, Randall Mann. And number 10, Caleb Boardman. Our coaches for tonight for the Burlington Huskies are head coach Dan LaRose and assistant coaches RJ May and Felix Carrizales. For our Rocky Mountain Grizz, our coaches are head coach Michael Simmons and Josh Sponsel and Brian May are our assistant coaches.
So we've got a brother against brother in the coaches there. They're shaking it up and getting ready. This is one of the more different games in the state when you have two teams from the same district that get to face each other. I know people have commented in the past what a team it would be if they were one team like most districts are. Some great kids out there, some good athletes. And
great talent too.
Yeah, here we go. Jumped up.
And Burlington comes up with the ball. Christiansen has it up at the top. He gets it over to Joseph Davidson on that left wing. Back to Christiansen. He'll put a little shot up, and that's good for 2. So Boardman will bring the ball up the court. He's guarded by Flores at the top. Get it down to Hawker on that left wing. He'll take a couple dribbles, looking for help up to Adam Alvarado at the top. Tries to get it to Boardman, but that's stolen by Flores. He'll take it up. It misses that layup, and Alvarado comes up with the rebound. So Adam will bring it up as they get ready. Pass over to Hawker on that left. Takes a couple dribbles and tries to get it to Alvarado. That's picked up by Christiansen. He'll bring it up the court and lay it up for 2. Bringing our score to 4-0. Boardman up at the top. Over to Alvarado on that left wing. You see Friedley trying to post up down underneath. They get it to Hawker, then to Boardman on that right wing. He gets it to Hawker, he'll take a couple of dribbles, and he'll put a shot up for 2. That's just long, and Burlington comes up with the rebound. Christiansen will bring the ball up the court. He looks down long. He was looking for McNiven, and just a little too far, that pass went out of bounds. So Rocky Mountain will have the ball out of bounds.
Good pace. We're only a minute and a half into this, and we're really going up and back. Right now the score is Burlington 4, Grizz 0.
Some nice shots so far taken, too. Boardman has it on the left wing. He gets to Hawker in the center of the key, and there'll be a fight for the ball. It'll be a jump ball, and it's going to stay down underneath as Burlington had that jump off the at the beginning of the game. So Rocky Mountain with the ball down underneath. Boardman looks for somebody to get it into. He gets it out to Freely. He'll take a couple dribbles, bounce it out to Alvarado. He'll fake, drive in, and shoots for 2.
Nice little floater there from Adam.
So Christiansen brings ball up on the right-hand side. He'll bring it up to the top, set things up. He gets it over to McNiven on that right wing. And we're going to have I
believe that's going to be on man. Yeah, it was. That's going to be Randall's first foul there. Trying to keep possession or position underneath. Those guys will fight for that position, and that time he got a little too physical, they said.
Yeah. Christiansen will take the ball. He's looking for somebody, gets it out to Flores at the top. Back to Christiansen, that right corner, he'll shoot for 3. No good, but Burlington comes up for the rebound. They'll shoot, and it looks like Freely's going to be called for the foul. That'll be Lane's first foul, and that's going to put Christiansen to the line to shoot 2. Nice job for Burlington in hitting the boards. That first one is up and bounces off. He'll get one more shot here. Second one's up, and that's good. Then that brings our score to 5-2, Burlington. Boardman brings it up. He has it at the top. He's guarded by Flores, dribbles around, takes a shot. That's just short, but he gets his own rebound, shoots again, and Davidson comes up with that ball. Quick pass down by Christiansen, taken away by Hawker, and they'll give it to Boardman again. Boardman gets it over to Alvarado, that left wing. Freely working hard down underneath, up to Hawker at the top. Over to Alvarado. He'll take a dribble, back to Hawker on that left wing. He shoot for 3, that rims out, and Burlington comes up with the rebound. Christiansen bring the ball up. He gets it over to Davidson, Todd Davidson, who gets it over to Flores on the left. Tries to sneak it into Davidson down underneath, but Boardman takes it away. Quick pass up to Flora to Alvarado. He'll drive it in for 2.
Another really nice drive there by Adam as he went by one and floated that over the bigger defender.
Nice shot. Way to push the ball up the court. Christiansen has the ball at the key. Top of the key, he's looking for help. Oh, and they leave Davidson wide open underneath. He shoots it, gets his own rebound, and then he's going to be fouled on that second attempt.
Looks like that's going to be 2 on Lane Friedley.
Yep, that'll be Lane's second.
Lane kind of got caught there. He picked up the ball and stopped the ball, and there were 2 guys that picked up the ball, and then as he rotated down a little late, a little out of position.
Yeah.
Good effort, though.
This is, give Lane a little credit. He's a little outsized here as Todd Davidson's a little bit bigger. That first shot by Davidson off to the left. He'll get a second shot. We've got some subs coming in for Rocky Mountain. We've got KJ Blackburn, I believe, and we also have Carlos Hernandez coming in. That second shot's up. That's off. Rebound by Burlington, by McNiven. He'll bank it up and in.
Came out a little long, and that favors the guy in the back sometimes.
Yeah,
so.
I was going to say Randall had him blocked off, but it was taken away. Boardman gets it over to Hawker on that right, and quick hands by McNiven takes that ball away. So Burlington will bring the ball up the court. He gets it over to Davidson. Joseph Davidson will take a long shot. That bounces off. He fights for his own rebound, but they are going to say he was out of bounds. So Rocky Mountain will get the ball.
4:15 to go. It's Burlington 7, Rocky Mountain 4.
I think Rocky Mountain trying to slow the pace down a little bit. Carlos has it on that left wing. He's looking, gets it up to Randall Mann, who swings it over to Hawker, tries to get it into KJ, and they're going to say that he was fouled. I believe they're going to call this on number 0, Todd Davison, with the push in the back. He was behind KJ. Good job with KJ posting up there, trying to get position.
Yeah, it's going to be a battle for position under there all night, and he did a good job trying to get that.
Quick pass into Hawker. He takes a shot just off. Burlington bringing it up. It's a loose ball. Burlington will maintain it, and Christiansen tries to get it to McNiven, but that's out of bounds, and it'll go to Rocky Mountain. A quick-paced game. I like these. They're fun to watch.
Absolutely. It's an entertaining game. Both teams are really working hard. Here come the Grizz.
Here comes Boardman. Gets it over to Carlos on the right wing. Back to Boardman on the right corner. Gets it down to KJ, who's triple teamed, and it looks like they're going to call a foul. Let me see who they're going to call that on.
McNiven.
They're going to call that on number 5, McNiven. That's going to be his first. So Boardman gets it into Hawker. Back to Boardman on that right top. Quick dribble around to Carlos. He'll drive in. Looks for a shot, but back out to Hawker at the top. Long shot for 3. That's just off, and Joseph Davidson with the rebound. Christiansen brings the ball up quickly, and looks like they may have missed a little travel, but Burlington gets the ball back. McNiven brings it up and lays it in for 2. He hopped a little and still had the ball when he came down before he shot it.
Something looked a little funny there, but
yeah.
At any rate, 9-4 Burlington.
Boardman gets the ball over to Hawker on that right, who gets it into KJ, and they're going to call him on the offensive foul. They're going to say that he pushed Davidson out of the way. So that'll be first foul on KJ Blackburn. That brings our team fouls to 4 for Rocky Mountain and 2 for Burlington.
Adam's going to come into the game, and I believe that was, who sat down? I think Randall sat down. Yep, it was. Randall Mann sat down as Adam comes back.
Well, and Lane came back in because Caleb sat down too. Christiansen brings the ball up. He gives it to McNiven on that right wing. Tries to get it down to Davidson. Quick pass back out to McNiven. A long shot for 2, and it looks like they're going to call another foul. Let me see who they're going to call this one on.
That looks like that may be another foul on Lane. And if it is, that's 3. It is. He comes in, fights for position, and that is his 3rd foul, as looks like Coach Simmons is going to get him out again. He was in there a very short time before he picked that one up.
Yeah.
Into the game comes Jeff Sanders.
Quick pass into McNiven. He'll dribble around, get it to Christiansen. And KJ Blackburn, they're going to call a jump ball. I think that's a nice call there because both boys still had the ball, and the possession arrow is going to point to Burlington, so Burlington will keep it down underneath.
They showed that ball in front of Carlos, and he didn't waste any time. He put his hand on it and wouldn't let go.
Yeah.
Good tie-up.
Christiansen looking for somebody. Gets Todd Davidson as he cuts to the key and lays it up for 2. Alvarado will have it up at the top. Over to Hawker on that left wing. He'll dribble up to Carlos at the top. Carlos will bring it around the corner. He's dribbling, drive it in just a little too far underneath, and Burlington comes up with the ball. Nice thought, though, there by Carlos. So Christiansen gets it over to Flores on the left, back to Christiansen, over to Todd Davidson on that right wing. He gets it into Joseph Davidson, and it looks like they're going to call a foul. Let me see who they call this one on. It looks like
Sanders to me.
For some of you wondering the difference there a little bit with KJ. KJ dropped his head down here and cleared with his shoulder. That's the offensive foul where here on the other end, Davidson just went up nice and straight. That first shot by Joseph is up and good.
Says his first point of the night.
Flores will go to the bench and Ethan George will come in. Our score is Burlington 12, Rocky Mountain 4. That second shot up and good. So 13-4 Burlington. Adam will bring the ball up the court. He's
tough
looking
man-to-man
for somebody.
defense.
It is. He'll swing around to the right, take a shot that just rims out. Nice shot, but Burlington comes up with the rebound. McNiven has it at the top. He gets it over to Joseph Davidson on that right wing. Back to George at the top. And then a quick pass to Christiansen, almost stolen by Carlos, and then stolen by Adam Alvarado. He'll bring it up the court. He'll stop, catch Sanders coming up from behind. He'll take a shot for 2. And excuse me, Hawker comes up with the rebound, and then I think they're going to call
They call the jump ball, though. I guess if you're trying to talk fast, taking a shot for 2 can be called taking a shoe.
Yeah. Hold on. They did call Burlington McNiven, number 5, with his second foul.
Looks like,
there.
Yeah, the other official said, no, that's a foul.
But they did say it was on the floor, so Rocky Mountain will have it down underneath. Randall Mann will come back into the game and give Corey Hawker a rest. And Boardman comes back in. Boardman gets it up to the top to Adam. A long 3. Just off to the left, and Randall Mann going up for the rebound, and he's brought down by number 12, Samuel Davidson, who had come in for McNiven.
So for Burlington, we have Davidson, and we have Christiansen. Well, who's the other one I'm missing there?
George. So bear with us with the Davidsons. We'll try and keep those brothers. I assume they're brothers straight. Adam gets the ball in. He brings it out to Boardman. He'll bring it up to the top to set things up. Over to Carlos Hernandez on the right wing. Back to Adam at the top. He'll dribble around, take a shot. Oh, it just won't fall for him tonight. Burlington comes up. Nice shot there again as Adam drove to the basket. Christiansen gets it over to Davidson, who swings it over to George, who gets it down to Todd Davidson in that left corner. Back up to Christiansen, who tries to get it into Davidson, but taken away by Randall Mann. Quickly up the court, Boardman gets it to Alvarado, back to Boardman. He'll dribble around, get it to Carlos. That's up for 3. Bounces off, and Christiansen will have that long rebound as he pushes it up, and a little fake, and then drive up and in.
It seems to me like someone has shortened that rim just a bit because they're hitting the back iron with really good-looking shots quite often tonight.
Yeah. Our score with 10 seconds in the first is 15-4, Burlington. Boardman has it up at the top. He gets it down to Carlos in the left corner, just a little long, and Burlington comes up with the rebound. Long shot is good!
That is a full-court shot, or a three-quarter court shot by Christiansen, and it did go in. It was good.
Well, and it'd be interesting if we had a statistician, because the number of shots that are going in for Burlington is amazing to
Yeah,
me.
they're shooting a very high percent tonight.
High percentage that is going in, and Rocky Mountain just can't get that lid to open for them.
You know, they say you can't coach luck, and just like that shot there, the 65-foot shot's not something you practice that often, but it was at least that far. When off the backboard,
it bounces
got
in.
every piece of that rim and went in.
Talk about an early Christmas present.
Yeah.
For
the end of that first
Christiansen.
quarter. The end of that first quarter ends up being an 18-4 Burlington lead, and it's just not indicative of the game I'm watching. It's
No.
both teams are working hard. The shots are just falling right now for Burlington. We'll see if the Grizz can kind of get that ball to start shooting for them. It's certainly not from a lack of effort, because they're working around those.
You know, overall, it's been a good game. We haven't seen a lot of turnovers, just a few from a couple of long passes that people weren't quite able to get to, but some nice drives to the basket, some nice defense on both ends. I'm going to let Richard take over. My tongue's starting to get a little tongue-tied here.
All right, and here we go. Adam's going to bring that into Caleb. He's got Carlos, Randall, and KJ with him. And Boardman has it at the top. Looks around, calls out the number one, gets it back over to Caleb. Outside, way outside, gets a pick from over to Carlos, left side. They're moving that ball around, gets it into man underneath, kicks it back out. Adam puts it on the floor, tries to pass it back in, tipped away, controlled by Christiansen. Christiansen will bring it up against Alvarado. Left side, Flores outside, picks up the dribble, looks for help, gets it to Christiansen. Left side, setting up the offense again. Over to Samuel Davidson. Right side outside, back over to Flores at the top. Has the ball in the dribble, picks it up, back over to Samuel Davidson, left side way outside, kicks it into George, who tries to go up, but he goes up against KJ there. KJ just way too big, good jump. He blocks that on the rebound. It looks like there is a foul called.
Yeah, Carlos came up with that ball, and they're going to call, it looks like number 11, Ethan George, with the foul.
That'll be George's first foul.
Nice block out by KJ to allow Carlos to get to the ball.
Absolutely. Caleb gets it over to Randall. Left side, outside. Cuts it across to Adam. Kicks it back out to Caleb. Caleb back over to Alvarado. Thinks about the three. Kicks it back over to Caleb. Out to Carlos. Looking around as they're working for possession. Adam way outside. Almost shoots that. Looks over to Carlos. Gets it into a bunch of people there as Caleb comes in. Shoots about a 15-footer. Just short. Controlled by Samuel Davidson. And here comes Burlington. Christiansen, left side, brings it up. He's going to drive it in. Ooh, a nice spin move, but Boardman stays right with him. Good defense, and Boardman comes up with that rebound as he really trapped him against that baseline. Long lead pass up as he tries to hit Alvarado, just out of his reach as Alvarado hits the ground, and that'll be a turnover. And Corey Hawker's going to come into the game as I believe that's Randall Mann's going to sit down. Good action. They're coming up and down the floor.
You know, this is nice to watch this team. We lost a lot of seniors last year from Rocky Mountain, so it's fun to watch some of these younger classmen step into these positions.
It is. Here we go. We got George right side outside for Burlington. We've got a foul call, and it's going against Burlington. That's going to be on Joseph Davidson. I've got that for his first.
A little moving screen there that they caught him on. He wasn't quite set when he went to set that pick.
6:15 left in the second quarter. Score is still Burlington 18, Rocky 4 as Caleb brings it up. A little behind the back, over to Adam, outside, way outside. Over to Carlos, swings it over to Caleb. Caleb looks around, finds Corey. He's wide open. He'll take that, and it's good as Hawker puts that in for his first basket for 3, I believe.
Yep.
So far they've got it for a 2. It looked like a 3. We'll check on that in a minute. Christiansen drives in.
And it looks like they might
We've
call
got a foul
KJ.
called. Now, Corey must have had his foot on the line because they only gave him a 2. That is going to be a foul on Caleb. That is Boardman's first foul.
That's going to be the 17th foul.
So that will put Burlington in the line. He was shooting anyway, but I believe he'll have a pair here for Christiansen. Definitely the leading scorer of the game. He's got 9 already, including that long three-pointer.
I think they're going to call it on the ground because everybody looks like it's a one-on-one action. And
he hits that first one. He'll earn that second one anyway.
Next foul on Burlington will also put Rocky Mountain on the line.
Shots up, rolls around, no good.
Well,
It's going to stay with Rocky Mountain as that ball was tipped around.
Joseph Davidson almost came up with that as he slipped around KJ, but we're going to say last touch by Burlington.
Boardman brings that up. He's got it right in the middle. Up against Flores. Flores has some good defense. Caleb's up to that task. Gets it over to Alvarado on the outside. Right side, he's looking around, puts it on the ground. Kind of a tussle for the ball. Over to Carlos at the top. Carlos looks in, skip pass over to Hawker. Left side out, way outside, over to Boardman. Gets it into KJ, who's got some pretty good position, and he will get that in. He wasn't sure what to do with it for a second, but he went ahead and put it in the basket.
They collapse, that defense collapses pretty quick. Nice screen for Flores as he takes a shot.
That was. He came around a triple screen there as he had a wall. He had plenty of time to set behind it. Alvarado, as he pushes it up, really push that up quick, gets another two, and I think we're going to have a timeout.
And just a clarification, Flores took that shot, but it did bank off as Rocky Mountain got the ball, pushed it up before Adams scored.
He did. We got a 30-second timeout here. I believe it was for Rocky Mountain.
Rocky Mountain called Isaiah possession of the ball. We've got 4 minutes, 58 seconds left here in the second period with Burlington ahead 19-10. We've got 17 fouls already on Rocky Mountain and 6 on Burlington. So very close game, really. You take away that magical three-point shot at the end of that first period, and it'd be a little bit closer.
Yeah, just a two-possession game with that. Here in this quarter, it's 6 points for the Grizzlies, just 1 for the Burlington Huskies. So Rocky's starting to get some of their shots to drop here, and here come the Huskies. Chris Jansen has it at the top. Boardman on him. Kicks it over to Davidson. Davidson outside, looks underneath. Taken away by Alvarado. Zattel will take it in. Nice easy layup. He'll lay that up and in. Cutting that to a 7-point lead. Chris Jansen brings up that left side outside. Kicks it over to George. Right side outside, Carlos is all over him. And Corey is able to come across. Hawker comes across and takes that. You got to give some of that credit to Carlos. He was all over him, forced a bad pass, and Corey read it beautifully. So here's Caleb, has it at the top, comes to the left side, over to Carlos, hands it off to Caleb. Left side gets a pick, comes around it, and puts up a free throw jump shot, and there it is, 2 for Boardman as he gets on, cutting that to a 5-point lead. Left side, Chris Jansen has it. Comes around the middle, Boardman stays on him. A good spin move. He has to really fade on that shot as KJ contested it. That shot is off. Carlos takes it, gets that to Caleb Boardman, and he'll walk it up. This is the game that we were looking forward to when we got here.
It's nice to see Boardman because he's developed a shot. Last year, I thought some teams took him for granted, thinking they didn't need to guard him much because he didn't take opportunity of those shots as often as he could have. It's nice to see him step up and take some here. Absolutely,
absolutely. Now, here they got that ball while we were kind of expounding there. They got that ball to Adam, and he was blocked. Now, this is the wrong guy to put on the free throw line if you're Burlington. Remembering from last year, Adam is one of the better just shooters on the team. He puts that first one up, and it's nothing but net as he hits that first one.
Which I'm glad to say went in, so we don't jinx them here.
Yeah, well, we can believe in the jinx, but those players work way too hard for me wearing the wrong shirt to affect their shots. So Adam will step up. He'll get that second shot. He's looking to get 10 points here. He puts it up, rattles around, just out.
For those wondering, that foul was on number 3, Chris Jansen, too.
That was his first, by the way, but here we come to Neves. Even Chris Jansen has it at the top now. Neves came into the game. I had to look for him. It's Flores, left side, way outside. Adam on him, tight on him. Chris Jansen at the three-point line on the right side. Kicks it over to Neves, over to Flores on the left side. Adam right on him. Now this is a tight man-to-man. In fact, a little too tight as they push that ball into Davidson there, to Todd Davidson, and I think that foul's going to go on. It is. It's going to go on KJ. That's his second. Again, physical play. They're trying to make something happen, and they certainly have, as this is now a 19-15 ball game with 3 minutes, 16 seconds to go. That will put Todd Davidson to the line, though. I believe this is going to be a one-on-one here, so let's see what happens. First one's up, and it's good. So he gets one more. He had missed his 2 previous free throws, so it's a big shot for Todd. Brings that to a 5-point lead. He'll eye the second shot here. It's up. rattles out, controlled by Hawker as he takes that down and really controls it well. Gets it over to Boardman. Boardman will walk that up. 5-point Burlington lead, 3 minutes to go in the half. Over to Adam, left side outside, finds Hawker. Behind the 3-point line, over to Boardman on up the top, maybe a little to the left. Over to Hawker, puts it on the floor, drives in, a nice little shot, just long off the iron, controlled by Christiansen, and here comes Christiansen. Comes up to the 3-point line, comes around to pick, has to give it up. Quick shot by Neves, but it's good. As Neves takes a quick shot, puts that in for the first field goal of the quarter for the Huskies. Boardman walks it up against Flores, kicks it over to Adam Alvarado. Left side outside, puts it on the floor a little bit. And they call him for a carry. He bounces that quick as he went to turn the corner. It looked like he, they called him for turning that ball over. You put your hand underneath it, and you're gonna get that call. Up to you folks at home to see that if you really did it or not. But something looked different, and the official called that a carry. So turnover here.
2:28 left in second period. Burlington 22, Rocky Mountain 15.
Neves brings up on the left side. He tries a risky pass, and Adam almost takes that one away again. He did that earlier in the game.
A chuckle as Adam tries to get the ref to say it was off Flores, but no, he'll stay with Burlington.
Well, they're working them every way they can. Carlos comes in, tries to force another bad pass. Neves go around, a bounce pass, and I think they're going to call the travel. They did, as they got that pass over to Samuel Davidson, but he wasn't quite ready.
Down underneath, and Boardman coming in as well.
And he walked with it, so that's a turnover right back. Here comes Caleb with the ball. 7-point Burlington lead, 2 minutes, 10 seconds. Caleb comes up the left side, Flores on him. Again, now we're going to have a foul. So that's right. They called that on Flores here as it was just a little too tight. Now it's going to be Caleb's turn to step to the line, see if he can
shoot a one-on-one here.
He's got a one-on-one. Now they should have a one-on-one. Yep, Caleb stepping to the line.
That's Burlington's 18th foul.
I know Coach Simmons is thinking, now here's the free ones. We got to convert on these free ones. So
when you've got time stop, these are your best shots, and you should make them.
And your senior steps up, and he hits the first one. He'll get the second shot. Sometimes for shooters like Caleb, too, you make a couple free throws. It kind of helps you get your rhythm. Second one's up. Rims out. Controlled by Davidson. Here comes Neves.
That was Samuel Davidson with the rebound there.
Out to Joseph Davidson, gets it into Todd Davidson, who literally just muscles his way in for two. He's a big guy. It's something hard for them to handle.
I was looking. He's 6'4", and he's all meat, and our boys are having a tough time controlling him down underneath.
Adam has it outside on the right side. He's looking around for help. He's looking for people to move. Puts it on the floor, gets it to Caleb on the outside. A nice little, a really nice little dump pass. Just barely got a hand on there by I believe it's Samuel Davidson that tipped that.
And our Brad Devereaux, our newspaper, one of our newspaper guys, was just about to take a shot, and I think he got an extreme close-up there with the ball.
That would have been an easy two. Had that been just an inch higher, but gets it into Carlos. He comes down the left side, and it's tipped away, controlled by Neves. Neves brings it around, controls that, gets it back to Neves.
Carlos was double-teamed there as they took the ball away.
To Davidson, into Samuel Davidson, who puts it on the floor, comes to the middle, puts up about a 3-footer. He had a big height advantage over Caleb there, and he'll put that in for his first basket of the game. Over to Alvarado outside, he puts it on the ground, spins that up, it just comes off, taken away by Neves there, who just, and then Adam steps up right as he turns around, doesn't know he's there. He touches that literally with both hands, the old-fashioned double dribble, and turns that back over, so some good pressure by Adam. Minute left in the half, 10-point Burlington lead as they've stretched that back out to 10. They had it cut to as little as 4. Now we've got a foul called on Rocky Mountain. I think one of the screens was moving there. This could go against Randall Mann.
Yeah, I think it is.
Let's see here.
He's looking to double check to see this number. Yep. You know, I'm not sure who the officials are tonight, but they've done a pretty good job, I think, thus far. And because that is a foul, that will put Burlington on the line to shoot a one-on-one. Not quite to that 10 mark yet, shoot 2. This will put Joseph Davidson on the line. They have a 10-point lead right now, Burlington, and as Davidson tries to extend it.
First shot's up, and it's good. It's his third free throw of the night. He's made them all. Gets that second shot. And it's good.
Brings our score to 28 Burlington, 16 Rocky Mountain.
Caleb will bring that ball up. Looking for some help as Flores is on him. Moves to go by him, gets to Alvarado, left side, outside. Over to Carlos, back over to Caleb, right side, way outside. Gets it over to Alvarado. Over to Carlos. Hernandez has it, gets it over to Hawker, outside, way outside. Kicks it back out to Caleb. Caleb has it on the left side, he goes by Flores, he pulls it back out, goes by Flores again on the left side.
Oh, they're going to call
We've got a hand check, and I believe that's going to be called on Flores, as a body hit hard underneath as Samuel Davidson was tied up with Corey Hawker, and it was Davidson ended up on the ground. But that is going to be a hand check on Spencer Flores. That is his second, and I believe they were both called the same way. Bit of a hand check as he's trying to control what looks like a quicker ball handler in Caleb. So Caleb will step up here.
He'll shoot a one-on-one.
First shot's up. It rims out. Hawker comes around, almost gets it. It's bounced around. Controlled by Davison, though. Neves brings it up the middle. Carlos is on him. Carlos is forcing him to use his left. He gets that over to Flores outside. Dump pass in. Oh, and we have got a hold here on Caleb. Samuel Davidson had he kind of posted up down there. They tried that lob in there, and Caleb knew he was outsized. Didn't want to give it up.
Yeah, these
Gave
Burlington players are a little taller than some of the guys we got out on the court today. For anybody who knows the Davidson family, they know that they don't grow them short.
That's right. And Samuel put up that first free throw, and it was long, so he'll get another shot. Second shot's up. It was long as well, but he gets his own free throw, manages to kick it back out to Neves. Neves outside. Carlos was right up on him, and Carlos was on him too tight. I believe that's going to be Carlos's first foul, and they're in the double bonus. So there's going to be two more shots here. These two by Neves. He's already got 2 points this quarter. We'll see how he does with these two. 12 seconds left. It's a 12-point lead. That first shot's up for Neves, and it's good. High arching shot. Kind of just flips that up there, but it went right through. Takes his dribble. Another high arching shot. Long. Controlled by Burlington, and then taken away by Alvarado. He's got 7 seconds. He brings the ball up. He's trying to work for some position. He puts up a three. It's short, and is controlled by Davison. So, at the end of the first half, it's going to be Burlington 29, Rocky Mountain 16, and
Rocky Mountain actually outscored Burlington by 1 point in the second quarter, so they really stepped it up there in the second quarter, and gotta give them credit. This has been a really tight, close game. You know, I think really truly the score doesn't reflect the caliber of game. Burlington having a lot of shots go in, Rocky Mountain there in that first quarter, a lot of nice looking shots that just would not fall for them. It'll be, I think, a good game to watch here in this second half when they come back. They're getting ready. We're going to have a dance team perform for us, so we're going to let you go as we figure some stats and let you watch I believe this is the 5th and 6th grade dance team.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're coming back. We got about 2.5 minutes before the game resumes here. The Grizz are coming back onto the floor. 13-point deficit, but from what we've seen in that second quarter, certainly something they can make up, as both teams have been working really, really hard. One thing I did want to mention, as we were sitting in the stands earlier in the game tonight, Cody Ward.
He's home on leave right now.
Yes, he's home. You saw him here in the gym, and it was good to see Cody. And it reminded me of something I'd like to say. Thank you to Cody and to any of the other people out there that have taken time to serve in the armed forces for us. As we get to this time of Christmas time, it was great to see that he has the opportunity to come home and be with his family around Christmas, as so many of those soldiers and those men who work and women who work in the armed forces are not able to do that. And I know we really appreciate what they do and what they mean for us. So I want to say thank you to Cody. Oh, there he is. He's still here. And
big thank you to Cody, our other Armed Force members, and hopefully they have a good holiday season.
That's right. Be safe. Come back soon. So now for some stats from that first half.
We're going to go over just our leading scorers of the game. Right now for Rocky Mountain, we've got Adam Alvarado as our lead scorer with 9. He's followed up by Caleb Boardman with 3, and both Corey Hawker and KJ Blackburn with 2 down underneath.
That's right. For the visiting Huskies, they're led by Paul Christiansen. He had 10 of his 11 points in the first quarter, including that long 3-pointer at the end of the quarter. He's followed up with Todd Davidson with 5 points. Then there's 4 points apiece for Eric McNiven and for Joseph Davidson. And then there's 2 points apiece for Samuel Davidson. Well, I guess that's it. Just 2 points for Samuel Davidson, as Wesley Neves has 3 points there. So giving it 29. So the score here coming into the third quarter, Burlington 29, Grizz 16.
Just a little side note for those who wonder, Burlington shot 5 for 10 from the line, and Rocky Mountain shot 2 for 5 from the line.
There in that second quarter. So
yeah, as both teams entered that bonus,
yeah.
As they team fouls both reached 10 there. That happens sometimes in these quick-paced games. People are moving so quickly. Sometimes people get out of position, and when you get out of position, you got to reach a little. Just
along with that,
of the game.
I think we're going to see Lane Freely back in. We haven't seen him for a while, as he picked up 3 quick fouls. He's the only one in real foul trouble. We've got Mann and Blackburn and Boardman all with 2 apiece as well. For Burlington, Eric McNiven and Spencer Flores have 2 apiece. But here we go with the Huskies.
Flores will have it on the left. He'll get it up to Christiansen at the top. So they set things up, and almost stolen by Alvarado. Flores will step up to take 2. That bounces off. Corey Hawker comes up with the rebound. He pushes it up quickly, gets it over to Alvarado, who almost lost it, but he saved that, and he'll bring it back out to Boardman. Boardman gets it over to Alvarado in that right corner. Bring it up to Hawker at the top. Quick dribble over to Alvarado on that right wing. He'll dribble down, and they're going to say that Joseph
Davidson
was moving as Alvarado tried to go around him, and so that he'll pick up a blocking foul. That'll be his second. Boardman will have it down underneath. Almost got Corey was open but missed him. They get it to Alvarado, back to Boardman, then over to Alvarado on that left wing, back up to Hawker at the top, then over to Freely on that right, and to Boardman on that right wing. He'll get it over, and a nice long 3 by Alvarado. That's just short. Burlington comes up with the rebound. Flores brings the ball up. He gets it over to Davidson, then over to Flores on the right wing. Flores will drive to the basket, and he's going to be blocked by KJ Blackburn as he goes to the basket.
Real nice block by KJ. Let him go by, put that hand up, and just put the hand right on top of the ball and threw it out of bounds.
Nice block. Burlington will retain it down underneath, however. Christiansen gets it out to Joseph Davidson on that right wing. He'll take a couple of dribbles. Back to Christiansen on the right wing. They get down to Davidson, who posts up, and he misses that shot. Freely with the rebound.
Oh, no.
But then they're going to pick up on.
That comes down, and I believe that is going to be number 4 on Lane. It is, as Davidson got a hold of that ball, and Lane tried to take that ball back. He did a little too aggressively, and that is 4 on Lane, as he will have to sit down again. I know he's frustrated.
He has. You know, he came down with that ball and had it, and Davidson just overpowered him. And Davidson gets the ball, quick shot, helped by Burlington. But then they're going to say it was last touch by Rocky. So
Hawker kind of took that away and threw it out of bounds, trying to.
So Burlington still has it down underneath. They get to Todd Davidson on top over Joseph Davidson. Then back to Christiansen on that left wing. He dribbles around, gets it to McNiven, and then he's going to be fouled while going to the basket. Let me see who they call this on.
It's going to be on Corey. I have that as his first. Yep. Second team foul, but that was a shooting foul, so Eric McNiven will go to the line here.
That first one's good. He'll get a second shot here. Brings our score to 30. Burlington 16, Rocky Mountain with 6:30 left in the third. McNiven steps up for his second shot, and that's good.
Kind of a different shooting style there, but he certainly made those go right in. You can't argue with the results.
Yep. Boardman has it up at the top, guarded by Flores. Gives it over to Hawker on that right wing. He'll dribble in, take the ball up, and that'll count for 2, and they're going to say that he was fouled going in. I believe that foul's going to be on number 5, McNiven. Nope, excuse me, they're going to call Joseph Davidson.
And that's his third. Something to watch underneath as Corey put that up and in. He'll get a free throw here. Knits up, rims off just long, controlled by Davidson. Christiansen comes up the left side, brings it up.
Back to Todd Davidson at the top, over to Christiansen on the right wing. Back to Davidson, who lays it up and in. Little give and go there, action. Boardman will have the ball. He'll bring it up. Gets it over to Alvarado on the right, back to Boardman. Over to Randall Mann on that left wing. Back up to Boardman at the top. Oh, quick pass to Randall Mann, who almost taken away. He'll take it to the basket, and then Todd Davidson goes up for the block, but they're going to say he got him with body, and that'll put Randall Mann to the line to shoot 2.
Looked like a pretty clean block up top, but his body came into him as he was coming over. He wasn't there already, so see how Randall handles these 2 free throws.
First one's up and good. Brings Rocky Mountain to 19.
33-19 right now, 5:44 left in the third quarter.
Second one up, banks off to the right. Todd Davidson comes up with the rebound. Quick push up by Christiansen down the floor. He's guarded by Boardman. He'll bring it back up to the top, over to Flores on that left wing. Then McNiven cutting across the lane. He'll put it up for 2. And, you know, Burlington comes up with the rebound, but trying to not fall out of bounds. They make a pass, and Adam Alvarado comes up with the ball.
Great pressure there by Corey Hawker. Got up and altered that shot.
Boardman gets it to Hawker, back out to Boardman, then to Alvarado on that left wing. He'll put a quick shot up for 2. That's short, and Todd Davidson comes up with the rebound. Christiansen brings the ball up. He'll catch it to McNiven, who lost it, but Flores right behind, and he'll lay it up and in.
Yeah, there was a birthday present there. That went right through the intended passer's hands, right into Flores, and he wasted no time putting that up and in.
35-19, Burlington. Randall Mann has it on the left wing, back to Boardman at the top. Looks like a little confusion. Hawker puts a screen for Boardman. He'll take a shot that's short, partially blocked, however, and Burlington comes up with the ball. Christiansen gets it over to McNiven, then back over to Joseph Davidson, who lobs it into McNiven, but that's blocked by Corey Hawker. Then Christiansen gets the rebound, lays it up for 2.
Good step up at Christiansen. I think if he'd have gone right up, it might have been blocked again, but he sidestepped him, put that up with the left hand, up and in.
Yep. Alvarado will have it on the left wing. He gets a screen. And let's see.
They're going to call that on Corey, I'm pretty sure, as he was.
Nope, they're going to call on Christiansen.
Oh, they are.
Which I thought Corey was pretty set in that screen. So
he was moving because he was being pushed by Christiansen there. So
that'll be 14 fouls for Burlington, 2 team fouls for Rocky Mountain. Alvarado has it on the left. He gets it to Boardman, back up at the top, over to Randall Mann on the right, and down to Corey Hawker in that right corner. He's looking for help, and then the pass taken away by Christiansen, and then he'll take it up and in. Not much Adam could do there.
He tried everything he could.
Yeah, they probably could have called him for a foul there as well. Boardman gets it down to Hawker in the right corner. He back out to Boardman at the top, then down to KJ Blackburn, who can't get the handle on it, and it'll be a loose ball and a tie. The possession arrow, I'm not sure who it's going to. They're not putting it up on the board, so.
Looks like it's going to stay down here with Rocky Mountain as Carlos checks in for Randall Mann. 3:35 left to go here in the third quarter. Rocky Mountain Grizzly 19, Burlington 39.
So Boardman looking for somebody. He gets it into Alvarado. Back to Boardman. Carlos up at the top. He'll dribble down around. Take a shot for two. That's short. Fighting down underneath is KJ, but Burlington comes up with the rebound. Christiansen will have it on that left wing. Back over to Samuel Davidson, who came into the ball game. Back to Christiansen at the top. He's looking for somebody, gets it to Samuel Davidson on left. He catches Joseph Davidson cutting through, and he'll be fouled going up for two.
Well, that's one of those things. Corey Hawker got up to contest that shot, and he's just not going to give up an easy layup, and that's something that underneath you just can't do. You can't just give him those easy shots. It was, a good foul, and we'll make him earn those two, I think is what Corey was thinking, and Joseph will go to the line.
That first shot's up and good.
I have him with 5 points now, all from the line.
Me too. He'll get a second shot here. I think I'm going to let Richard take over because, we've almost got a repeat of that first period here with Rocky Mountain not being able to get that ball through the hoop. That second shot's good. That brings our score to 41-19, Burlington, with 2:56 left in that third period. Let's see. KJ has it in the right corner. Back to Carlos. He lobs it in tries to lob it in to Corey, but it's amazing how quickly this Burlington team collapses. They're not going to let anything go down inside that key. Alvarado gets it over to Boardman as he brings it out of bounds. Boardman gets it to KJ. He's looking for somebody. Back to Boardman. And Corey Hawker trying to post up, but he's in that key looks like they're going to say McNiven was holding Corey. And
Corey is working his tail off underneath. Hawker is trying to get position, but you can see it's almost like a football play when they pull off their defensive end. They're trying to bait him to throw that in because the moment that ball leaves, three guys collapse down on Corey.
Yeah. Alvarado will have the ball down underneath. Good look, gets to Boardman. Back to Hawker at the top. Gets it to Alvarado on that right corner. Then to Hawker cutting down, but turnover. Burlington comes up with the ball. Some good defense by Alvarado. He's hustling, trying to get it, and Burlington forced to call a timeout so that they would not get that 10-second violation. So we'll see.
30-second timeout here.
Nice heads-up play by Burlington, realizing that they weren't going to get that ball over by within that 10 seconds. So
again, some great play by Adam. That's not the first time. I think that's the third or the fourth time. He almost caused another turnover in the backcourt as Adam's just relentless with that defense on those turnovers. So
I'm so impressed by Adam and Carlos's defense. They've got quick moving feet and quick hands, and they force a lot of turnovers by the opposing teams and their ability to apply that pressure.
Well, you can tell that they work on moving their feet in practice because it's something that all these boys are doing well tonight on both sides of the ball, really. But the Grizz are moving their feet well. If they could get some of their shots to drop, that scoreboard would sure look different. But they're moving their feet. They're playing well.
Burlington brings the ball in. Joseph Davidson has it. He gets it across court to Christiansen. He'll bring it down to McNiven, who is left wide open for two. 43-19 Burlington. Boardman has it, gets it over to Alvarado on the left. They bring it up to Carlos at the top of the key, over to Boardman on that right corner. He needs help. He's looking for help. Gets it from Corey Hawker down on the right corner. Back to Alvarado at the top. He'll dribble down, get it out to Carlos. And you know what? They just collapsed. Not much for those. Not a lot of places for the Rocky Mountain to go. So
they are. They're quick. Those Burlington guys are moving quick. They kicked it out for a three-pointer, and someone just appears.
They force the turnover as Carlos tries to drive through the key. A heads-up play, McNiven, that little cherry pick, and Rocky Mountain caught off guard, and Carlos forced to have to foul McNiven as he goes up for 2.
It's going to be Carlos' second foul, and that was on the shot. I'm pretty sure that's going to be 2 shots for McNiven. That was quick. Boy, they're taking advantage. I believe that was Christiansen who threw that the length of the floor. Could be wrong, but I think he took that out of bounds and saw someone with a bit of a lead out front and threw a nice baseball pass down, forced the foul.
You know, I'm not sure where the term cherry pick came. Do you, Richard?
You know, I don't. That's what we always called it, someone who's down the other end. And actually, that wasn't really cherry picking because he'd made his way all the way down. He hadn't weighted down at the other side, so I guess that's not what we truly call the cherry pick. That first shot was up and short by McNiven. He'll get another one because he basically beat everybody down, but the second shot's up. It rims out, controlled by Hawker. Minute 20 to go. Boardman brings it up on the right side.
A couple subs for Burlington came in. George comes back in. Boardman has it. He gets a pick from Mann. He'll dribble around, gets it over to Alvarado on the left. He's looking for some movement. Gets it over to KJ in that left corner, back to Alvarado. He'll fake dribble, drive in, and he'll drive in for 2. But they're going to wave it off, saying it was an offensive foul on Adam.
It's the second basket we've had waved off tonight from offensive fouls, as I know KJ put one in earlier and it was waved off.
Yeah.
That one as Adam went in. They say it's a player control foul and that basket will not count.
Yeah.
We're under a minute, 55 seconds to go here in the third quarter. Here comes Burlington with the ball.
Christiansen, he'll bring it up. Gets it over to McNiven on that left wing. He'll dribble, drive in. Quick, he goes right in for 2.
Jumps in, hangs, and puts that in. 2 more for McNiven. 35 seconds.
Boardman will have it at the top. Gets it over to Hawker on that left wing. Back to Boardman at the top. He tries to get it in, gets it into Randall Mann. Double team back to Alvarado. He'll double drive into 2 defenders. Back out to Randall Mann. Then over to Boardman. Boardman will set it up at the top. He gets it out to Hawker. He'll dribble drive in for last shot with 3 seconds. That won't go, and Burlington comes up with the rebound.
Same person, a long shot. Oh! Ladies and gentlemen, we were about 2 inches from a repeat of the first quarter as Christiansen again put that about 3/4 court, and it hit the back of the rim. I think that one might have gone as well. It would have counted. He dang near hit that shot.
Yeah.
And I think right there you're kind of seeing how the luck of the draw and luck of the ball bounce is gone tonight. Burlington's had some great shots and they put them in, but Rocky Mountain's had a lot of good shots that just have not fallen for them tonight. And again, the first quarter, Grizzlies were able to have 4 points is all. Well, in that quarter, they came out, and even though they worked very hard there, they only got 3 points. And on the other side of that ball, it was a 16-point quarter for the Huskies when they had 18 in the first. So it was very much a repeat of the first quarter. Leaving our score here at the end of the third quarter, the Huskies 45, the Rocky Mountain Grizz 19. 8 minutes to go. We've got 5 fouls on each team right now.
It's interesting to watch these 2 defenses. They're again, like I said, every time Rocky Mountain gets that ball, if they get it to anybody within anywhere of that key, you almost automatically have 2 to 3 players automatically go to that ball. That's called help defense, and they're able to do that. And Rocky Mountain struggling. Difference being a little bit with Rocky Mountain, a couple times when that ball gets down under, our defense, Burlington's been able to spread us out enough that we're not able to really give that help defense and put some pressure on Burlington when they take those shots.
Absolutely, that zone defense that Burlington's using is certainly working well as they're able to collapse, like you say, just collapse so fast inside.
It'll be Burlington's ball to start this fourth period.
And Joseph Davidson will bring that ball into Flores. He'll bring it up. Carlos on him. Davidson has on the side. Alvarado on him. McNiven puts up about a 12-footer, and it is good. Why not tonight? It's a good shot. And then Adam Alvarado will bring that ball up. Has it on the floor against Flores. He's looking to get by, and he's very close to a 5-second call as he was getting counted there. He gets it over to Carlos, back over to Mann, back over to Adam. Adam puts it on the ground. Gets it over to Carlos. It looks like they're trying to get KJ some position inside, but you can see they're ready to collapse again on him. So Lane Freedley's going to come back in as Randall Mann will sit down. Lane Freedley's got one more foul, and I tell you, the poor guy, if it's like it has been, he should be in for about another 10 seconds. I just feel for Lane tonight. He's got to be frustrated with how his game's gone tonight. But Carlos has it at the top outside, kicks it over to Hawker, outside, way outside. Gets it to Alvarado for three on the right side. It's going to be off to the left, and no good. That's a turnover. That ball will go over to the Huskies.
Yeah, those fouls taking Lane out of this game. You notice him coming in, it's difficult for him to even try and fight for position now. It is
tough when a game like that happens to you. Taken away, Carlos steals that from George. He goes in, he gets that to Hawker, who is in the air as Hawker has to control that ball. He catches that high, kind of an alley-oop lead pass there, puts that in off the glass. Davidson gets it over to Flores, left side, way outside, Adam on him. Flores puts it on the ground, kicks it over to McNiven, over to Davidson, over to Todd Davidson. Now almost stolen, maybe it is. Ooh, as Adam Alvarado stepped in that passing lane again. It's off of Adam, it'll stay with Burlington, but he almost came away with another one. Adam just sits there and waits for those passing lanes.
Once in a blue moon I see him get caught, but he's got some quick hands and quick feet to recover if he misses it.
Flores puts it on the floor, goes into the middle. A lot of contact, but no foul as those defenders had position. Todd kicks it over. Davidson kicks it over. Flores picks it up. He's on the right side outside. Kicks it over to Joseph Davidson to George at the top. And again, Adam comes in, and he controls it this time. He takes that away, comes up the left side, and Flores has no chance or no choice. He just has to foul him there. Boy, I'd probably stop.
Layup. You know, nice hands. And smart thinking. He knew he couldn't fight him for it, so Alvarado tips that up and away, and knowing where he was tipping it, was able to get a first step on him and get to the ball. Nice one.
And if you watch that, when he tipped that ball up, he looked down, made sure his feet were in bounds as that ball came back down, took it to his side. First shot is up and good for Adam, rather, and it was neat. He took that on the left side, took it all the way in hard. He had no choice but to foul him. He'll take that second shot, and that's up and good.
Those are Adam's first points for the second half. Much needed points.
And Flores brings it down the length of the floor, and KJ goes down. There was some contact, but that layup was missed. No foul called. Looked to me like KJ was starting to lean a little early, so that wasn't a foul. Adam drives it in, switches, and another floater for Alvarado is another quick two. Flores will bring it up on the left side, and yes, going to be reached in. No, they don't call the reach as Adam comes in and forces. He turns that ball over. Flores does. He turns that ball over in his hand. That is going to be a carry, or whatever they call it nowadays. Carry is what we used to call that. And
I think Adam got away with a little one there, but the ref was just back a little bit behind, so he couldn't quite see as Adam reached. But
might have been. He's had such quick hands tonight. He's come away with so many of those that I think the officials are used to seeing Adam shooting in and out, avoiding that contact.
Well, and for some of those, you've got to be in just the exact position where you can see that reach in. If you're at just a certain angle, it's not always easy to catch.
It is, in a game where the Grizz are down like they are right now, they're still fighting. They're playing hard. They're giving everything they've got. It's an entertaining team to watch. There's still plenty of seats. Next, when we have our next home game here, we invite you to come and enjoy these games, as these are a fun team to watch. Carlos has it at the top. Guarded by George. Backs out, tries to kick it into Freedley, but that pass was tipped away, controlled by George, and then Carlos will foul him. That'll be underneath, as it's the 6th team foul, I believe. third foul on Carlos.
Got 5:30 left in the fourth. Burlington leads at 47-25.
So George will bring that ball in. He looks over, gets that ball to Flores. Alvarado on him. Goes for the steal and misses it. Flores goes around him. A free throw jumper off well to the right. Comes off the backboard only. And then that ball is tipped around. It's kicked.
It was kicked.
I believe they're going to call a foul here. I believe that was going to be on Adam. It is. They call that on Adam. Well, these guys are trying to make something happen. It's late in the game. They're down, and they know they need to try to get that ball, get some more possessions. They're trying to make something happen. You certainly can't fault them for that.
Yeah.
Just a little too aggressive there, I guess. And Ethan George is going to go to the line, have his first free throws of the night.
Alvarado will take a seat, get a rest as Boardman comes back in.
First shot's up, rims out, controlled, well, dual possession there. They're going to call that a jump ball. As McNiven will sit down and Eves will come in, that ball on the possession arrow will go over to the Rocky Mountain Grizzlies. Freely went up and had dual possession there.
It's hard as Freely there again.
Yeah, the poor guy, every time he's moved tonight, it seems like he's been in the wrong place. So
to block off really well is hard to do when you've been in foul trouble all night.
Right side, tries to dump that into Boardman, who gets it, tips it over to Hawker, who missed about a 15-foot jumper. KJ puts it up. He is fouled underneath. It looks like that's going to go on Joseph Davidson, as that shot was no good. That's going to put KJ, as I believe that was, yes, it says 2 shots here for Blackburn. That is the 4th foul on Joseph Davidson. Blackburn steps the line for his first free throws of the night. So that first one's up and good. 5 minutes left in the half. 47 for Burlington, 26 for the Rocky Mountain Grizz. KJ toes that line. That second shot, and it's up. Just long, controlled by Todd Davidson. And Carlos back there being a pest, just like Adam and Carlos have all night.
That ball, he almost got it. And
Corey went up to block that ball. It went off his foot, so they're going to call that a kick ball. That's not a violation. It just turns that out of bounds again to the...
it's a dead ball violation.
Dead ball violation, not a foul, but a violation. So that'll go right back to the Huskies. Into Todd Davidson, way outside on the left side. Gets it up to George. Hawker on him. Hawker's tied up on him as George comes up to the middle. Swings that over to Flores, almost out of bounds. Todd Davidson back over. I think that's Joseph Davidson. Back over to, my goodness, they're moving the ball around. Flores.
Looks like Burlington's trying to take a little time off the clock.
Flores puts up a running left-hand shot across the lane. And again, why not? That's good. As Boardman had some great defense on that.
I'd love to see the shooting percentile tonight of Burlington.
Hawker tries to drive, and as he drives, he loses that ball. It's controlled by Neves. Carlos tries to get down in time, isn't able to. That's 2 points for Neves. And here comes Boardman up the middle. Has it on the right side, looks over to the coach, see what he wants to run, comes to the left side, gets it over to Carlos. These boys haven't given up. They're still fighting, still working. Over to Boardman, over to Hawker on the right side, puts it on the ground. And as he's coming in hard, there's a foul on the floor. We've got a hold here, and I believe that's going to be called on Ethan George. Yes, Ethan George, as he didn't want to see that pick come around the corner, tried to hold on there.
That's going to put Lane to the line to shoot a 1-and-1. So be Lane's first try for.
I think this is his first time of trying to put the ball up towards the basket. That first shot's up, just long, controlled by Todd Davidson. The trap comes up. He gets around it on the outside, gets that ball into George. Back out to Neves on the side. Over to Joseph Davidson, right side outside. To Flores at the top. He puts up a three-pointer. Off to the left. Carlos, it just.
Oh, and they missed it. It
looked like it might have gone off of Carlos's hand, but they say it was not touched, and that ball is going to go over to the Rocky Mountain Grizzlies as Sanders checks back into the ball game for Logan.
For Lane.
Lane, I'm sorry.
We're used to watching Logan, too, in middle school, so.
Here we go. Hawker has it at the top, puts it on the floor. 15-foot jumper off to the left, controlled by Sanders. That's going to be tipped, and they're going to call a foul here. I'm not sure if that's going to be on the shot or on the rebound. We'll see in a moment.
Let's see who they called
that was on Spencer Flores, his third foul.
I have that as his fourth, and that's.
Let's see, and that is what they have as well. That is his fourth foul. That will put Jeff Sanders to the line.
He's shooting a one-on-one still. We've got 19 fouls for Burlington and 7 for Rocky Mountain.
First shot's up and good. He used a little backboard there, but that shot still counts. It earns him his second shot. And that second shot's up, falls just short. And if you don't touch any violation or any rim, or I think it's the rim. You don't touch any rim, that is a violation again.
It's got to touch the rim, or it's a violation, and it'll go to Burlington.
So the Grizzlies set up their full court press here. As Flores is going to try to dribble that up. He's looking for the help. They set it up. Gets that ball over to Sean Christiansen, who just checks into the game. Todd Davidson has it on the left side, brings it up, kicks it over to Neves. The top, Carlos on him. Sean Christiansen tries to drive in, gets that ball off to Todd, and Todd just short with the rebound, or the shot rebounded by Joseph Davidson, missed. Long lead pass down the floor as Corey Hawker's down there. He managed to keep that ball alive in the middle of that scrum, gets that ball over to Caleb Boardman, sets up the offense. 2:45 to play in this one. Right side, outside Hawker, hands it back over to Caleb. Caleb comes around a double screen, looks for someone. Finds Carlos outside on the left side for 3. Carlos puts that in. That's his first points of the game. They're running it up quick as they bring that. Neves comes up, brings that up the floor quick, and they get a blocking call on Carlos.
That was close. You know, I was just thinking, Carlos, they left him wide open, so I was thinking cut to the basket, but you know what? Stepped up, took the three-point shot, and was good. Good for Carlos.
He did. That'll put Neves to the line, though. That's going to be the 8th team foul, so this should be a one-on-one for Neves. He's 1 for 2 from the line so far tonight.
Our score with 2:29 left is Burlington 51, Rocky Mountain 30. Got a couple of substitutions coming in for Burlington.
Michael Wiles and Samuel Davidson check in. As Neves toes the line on his first one. Takes that one bounce, toes the line, flips it up, nice high arching shot, and it's off to the left, controlled by Hawker. As he'll bring the ball up, everybody kind of peels off of him. He's guarded by Wiles. He puts the ball on the floor, kick pass over to Carlos, right side outside, puts it on the floor, drives the baseline. He kicks it out to Hawker. Hawker drives in, puts about a 12-footer up, and that's good. I'm sure these guys are saying, where's that been all night? As their shots are finally dropping. 2 minutes to go in the game. Gets that ball over to Flores. They're still on him. Kicks that ball, gets it over to Sean. Into Flores up the middle, and as he puts that little bit of a wild shot up, it drops. Defense was right there. High off the glass, 3 bounces on the rim and in, as that's been that kind of a night for Burlington. Boardman brings it up on the right side. Carlos has it right side, way outside. Gets that ball into KJ underneath. He puts that up. Short jumper missed. Controlled by Sanders. Sanders puts that right back up and in.
And let's see, we've got a full timeout by Rocky Mountain, it looks like. Our score with 1:32 left is Burlington 53, Rocky Mountain 34.
That's right. Now, I want to make sure as I'm saying this tonight, I know I've been talking about they've got some good bounces for Burlington, but they have made an awful lot of their good luck happen. They've worked very hard tonight as well. Certainly not a lucky game that they've had, as they've worked very hard on that side. They've made a lot of their luck happen.
Yeah. You know, the thing I'm always impressed with Burlington is how well disciplined this team is. They're well coached. They work hard for everything they get out there on the court, and even in this fourth period, you think that some of them would be a little tired, starting to let up a little bit, and they don't. They still go full steam, and it just gives credit to the program they run there.
Absolutely, you know, and it's been that way on both sides of the ball tonight. Probably one of the more aggressive and hard-fought games on the floor that I've watched in a long time. Is there's just no quit in either team. There's no slowdown in either team, and it's been fun to watch. So
I've just enjoyed it. For those of you who weren't able to come out tonight, we encourage you. We'll tell you at the end of the game, the upcoming games. Come out, support these Grizz. They're fun to watch. Maybe a little more crowd here might help bolster them cheer some of those shots in for us.
Now, I believe that is Justin Prater that checked in. I had him crossed off of my list, but now I see him in the game, so he must be here.
Coach LaRose was telling us earlier that maybe it was the JV player, but there was a player on their team that who had been ill, and I thought he had said Prater, but we've got a number 4 coming in for Burlington. So.
Now, with all that going, that would be Carlos's 5th foul as he'll foul out. Puts Neves back to the line. He's got a one-on-one. His first shot's up. It's long. It's bouncing around. Controlled underneath by Prater, who turns that around and puts that up and in for his first points of the game as he scored in his first 3 seconds of appearance tonight. Boardman brings it up the right side, looks around, tries a bounce pass in, but that's kicked to Sean Christiansen. That's just a violation that'll just ball out of bounds for the Grizz again. As Luis Gerardo brings that ball into Caleb, it's back to Luis on the outside, gets up to Caleb in the corner on the right side. Caleb looks around, gets it back to Luis on the right side outside, back over to Boardman in the corner. He lobs it in for KJ. That ball's tipped around and is controlled by Prater. Kicks that ball over, bounce pass from Wiles back to Neves, and Neves will walk that up. 45 seconds to go. Back over to Sean Christiansen, back over to Neves. They're just kind of passing the ball around on the outside. Boardman's on him. Back over to Samuel Davidson passes that in. Ball is driven in. Neves back outside. Kicking it around the outside.
26 seconds left in the game.
To Christiansen. They're just passing around the outside now. They're just letting this game end as they kick that ball around now. That ball was passed in and went off a foot. We have got a dual possession again, a jump ball, and that'll stay with Burlington. 18 seconds to go. Burlington 55, Grizzlies 34.
The difference there, that was an intentional kick. That was incidental.
Incidental contact, it was ruled. So Prater gets that ball in, comes over to Sean Christiansen. Sean backs up, kicks over to the left side to Samuel Davidson. Back over to Prater. Still, even this late in the game, good sharp passes, good strong defense by the Grizz as neither team's going to give up. And there's the clock ending, and that is it.
So, our final score tonight.